Hey guys, and welcome to my first video detailing some moveset ideas for a new Smash Bros character. The characters I'll be covering in this video have been pulled from my top 10 most wanted Smash characters list, so if you haven't seen that video I suggest you watch it, so you know not only who's coming up, but where this character falls on that list. You see, I won't be tackling them in order because to be honest, I thought some through more than others. These are just ideas after all, so over time I'll likely change my mind, but would also love some input from you guys to create the best outcomes for each of these characters. In these videos I'll be covering the standard fighting style, the smash moves, the specials, the grab, the final smash, the taunts, and finally the alt costumes. I won't be digging too deep into standard fighting moves, or air moves, or anything like that, because I need a hell of a lot longer to think it all through, and also I'm not a game designer, so I'd probably mess it up. Anyway, with that said, let's get on with today's character, Tingle. Just to recap, in case you haven't seen my top 10 video, or need reminding, Tingle came fairly high up in the list for a number of reasons. Firstly, the most recent Smash was absent of a completely new Zelda character, and that hurt. I mean, the Mario series got two, and the triumphant comeback of Dr. Mario. Secondly, when trying to decide on a Zelda character, I looked at characters that were consistent throughout the series, and aside from Link, Zelda and Ganondorf, there aren't a huge amount. Not only that, Tingle has had his own games. And thirdly, I love Tingle, I always have, he's just so damn hilarious, and this has never been more apparent than in his recent appearance in Hyrule Warriors. I'll likely be using footage from that right now, so you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, moveset, let's do this. Standard fighting style. I imagine Tingle's standard fighting style to be of a slapstick nature. What I mean is, the guy looks fairly weak. You can't imagine him dealing out massive punches or kicks, so instead the focus would be on the effort Tingle puts in, but the outcome isn't always that great. Slaps, little stomps with his feet, and beating opponents with a map are the order of the day. I can easily imagine his side A attack being similar to Luigi's rolling punch, but with little slaps instead. After Tingle's fairly weak standard attacks, he packs a bit more of a punch with his smashes. His up smash, Balloon Burst, inflates a balloon on the spot, which then bursts once you finish charging. Obviously the advantage of charging the move is that the range will dramatically increase. Tingle pulls off a similar move in Hyrule Warriors. His side smash could see him utilising the rupee wallet, again seen in Hyrule Warriors. Note how this could be seen as a powered up version of his standard slaps. It's almost like Tingle's gone, "Oh screw this," whilst pulling out a massive bag of rupees. His down smash could see him abruptly drop down a gold Tingle statue, in a similar fashion to Villager's bowling ball. Obviously there'll be a few variants of the statue, which would be a nice touch. In fact there could be a couple of rare versions of the statue too, such as Barkle, Uncle Rupee or Pinkle. Come on, you like that idea? Right, let's move on to special moves. Okay, here's Tingle's big twist. For those of you who have played Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land, you'll know the game involves you picking up tons of rupees, and using them for everything, from talking to people to advancing in the game, and hiring bodyguards. You've probably just clicked onto where I'm going with this. So basically I'm thinking every one of Tingle's attacks gives him some rupees. They don't physically appear on the battlefield, that would probably be annoying, or if they did they'd be really small. So above the character icon, a rupee count would appear. Think similar to Little Mac's KO meter. The idea of collecting rupees is to utilise them in his standard special move. His standard special move would rely on this rupee count. Depending on how many rupees you've collected, Tingle will spawn a bodyguard for a short period of time. They will then move around freely on the stage, attacking, kind of like your own personal assist trophy. The more rupees you have, the stronger the bodyguard. Obviously KOing and performing strong attacks give you more rupees, however on the other side, you'll lose rupees for being on the receiving end of these. Tingle always spawns something. If you have next to no rupees, a Keese will appear. That's a bat-like enemy from the Zelda series, but they'll do very little. The bodyguard's power increase for let's say every 100 rupees? I won't detail all the bodyguards here, as that'll take quite a while, but I'll probably make another video tied to this, called something like Tingle's Bodyguards for Smash, or something like that. His up special, Balloon Trip, will see Tingle launch himself into the air with a single red balloon. I say launch as I imagine he springs upwards, causing damage before the balloon inflates. The balloon then has little to add in terms of height, but allows you to float left and right with ease. Therefore it's not as broken as the villager's special. If you press the special button again, the balloon will burst. The idea here is to float into the chaos and explode. His side special would be the Tingle Lunge. You launch yourself at an opponent or opponent, and a little scrap cloud will appear. Here's where you hammer on the special button to do damage. You can also move the cloud slightly to get others into the fray. Finally, his down special would be Bombs Away. Here's where Tingle would chuck a handful of bombs in an arc-like fashion, similar to how bombs are thrown in Hyrule Warriors. These would have very little knockback and could almost be seen as a defensive move. Tingle's grab move would involve him slamming down a huge Tingle bottle onto the enemy before kicking them out the way, or throwing them in the air. This could be seen similar to Yoshi's egg grab attack. His final smash would see his iconic Kululimpa being performed, a little dance which brings terror to the stage. Rupees and bombs rain down from the heavens. Whilst this is happening, Tingle can scamper about collecting rupees to utilise for a standard special. His taunts would be as following. Fairy poses lifted straight from Wind Waker, where Tingle imitates Link getting an item. In his hand, a Tingle Tuner, Tingle Bottle or similar item could appear, as a little reference. The fairy dance is a little dance Tingle does, nothing too special here. However, it could end with a love kiss and a cheeky little wink, true to Tingle's nature. Finally, map time sees Tingle pull out a little map and draw something down on it, before showing it off to the screen. The map is always the thumbnail of the current stage. That's a neat little touch. Finally, we'll go over the alt costumes. We're going on the basis that every character has 8 costumes. So the obvious 3, aside from Tingle, are Angle, Knuckle and David Jr. The other 4 could be as followed. One could be Gold, reference to the statues. One could be in the style of a balloon fighter, referencing his spin-off game. Another could be in the style of Link, referencing his obsession with the character. And his last one could be him with his hood down. Terrifyingly, his head is actually the shape of his costume, so it wouldn't affect hitboxes or anything like that. Well, I think that's about it, folks. A rundown of my ideas for Tingle, if he were to appear in Super Smash Bros. I hope you've enjoyed these ideas and have perhaps come round to the idea if you were originally against it. As always though, if you have any ideas that I've missed here, be sure to let me know. I'll be covering all the other guys over time. In the meantime though, be sure to check out the top 10 or other Keen TV videos. Thank you very much for watching.